We raised a bit of money, but it wasn't institutional. It was more or less family and friends.
Meet David Mamodu, a 25-year-old visionary who unveiled Digital, an e-commerce platform empowering small enterprises to set up virtual stores and peddle their wares online. While Digital's innovative solution slashes overheads for fledgling businesses with limited capital, the irony is stark. Mamodu's own venture hungers for an infusion of $500,000 or more to scale to new heights. Yet, securing these funds has been an uphill battle. Despite ushering over 400 merchants into its digital space within a year, clocking a staggering $100,000 in successful transactions, Digital found itself being tethered by lack of financial resources.
We've also had to scale down our growth. So the kind of acquisitions we would pursue to get, because of the fact that we know that our infrastructure can't maintain it, and if we're bringing on this number of users, it means our cost goes up, especially with the fact that a lot of our infrastructure maintenance is in the US dollar, and again, it requires us to consistently procure FX.
The African continent, and particularly Nigeria, has registered a startling 37% decline in startup funding year on year. Figures for June 2023 tell a tale of startups securing $4.1 billion, a far cry from the $6.5 billion clocked during the same window in 2022. This funding ebb raises an alarm as startups stand as vanguards for innovation and economic growth across Africa. Examining Nigeria, financial expert Bayo Adewoye reveals a complex interplay of frail infrastructure, wavering policies, and an over-reliance on external aid as catalysts for this financial drought.
The skepticism to funding startup in Africa is there, and that is because of the infrastructural and the government and economic policy that is in place. Got the dollar against naira now, it's fluctuating. A lot of people are looking at it that if they invest in Africa, can they get their money back?
Amid the turbulence, a silver lining emerges in 2022. African startups managed to claw back, capturing an 8% increase in total funding. Yet the question remains, can this resurgence be sustained? Amidst the backdrop of self-funded survival, experts caution that this can't be the way forward in the long term. A clarion call resonates. Nigeria's startups must seek homegrown ingenious solutions to drive scalability. Crowdfunding emerges as a glimmer of hope for Africa's startup ecosystem.
The concept of crowdfunding itself is more indigenous to Africa. How has our Security and Exchange Commission, for instance, in Nigeria, actually developed and promoted that? How many startups in that place driving startup funding? And it is because this area was completely neglected. We need to start believing in our creative capacity, our innovative ability in fashioning and coming up with homegrown solutions that are viable and that are peculiar to our very unique socioeconomic circumstance.
Despite the prevailing funding headwinds, a remarkable surge unfolded. African startups rallied, embracing newfound vigor in 2022, buffered by funding from the previous year. In response, voices echo imploring the authorities to stabilize foreign exchange rates and erect frameworks that nurture domestic funding avenues. Kelechi Emekalam, CGT and Abuja, Nigeria.